Who's this show for? And who would benefit from working with me, Sandra Lee? Before we get into the regular episodes, let's talk about this. Ultimately, this show is about receiving adversity as gifts. I've experienced adversity. You've experienced adversity. Maybe you've been in an accident, fell, had a stroke, or you're living with the after effects of a concussion that nobody took seriously enough at the time. You've done physical therapy, followed the recommended protocols, and you're still foggy. You still can't find words you know should be at the tip of your tongue. You still feel like part of your real self is missing, and nobody can tell you when you'll be back. Or maybe none of that happened to you. Maybe your body is fine, but you've spent years circling the same limiting belief, the same story about who you are and what you're allowed to have. For me, that looked like feeling like I'm bad and I hurt people, and being so afraid of bothering people and rejection that I was absolutely paralyzed about making phone calls. And my business suffered. Like me, perhaps you freeze. You sabotage yourself. You know something is running your life, but you can't really see it. Perhaps your struggle is loss of focus, or you've never been able to, and you're tired of just pushing through. Maybe you're losing your glasses and forgetting names more often, and you push that niggling worry into the back of your mind to avoid looking at it. You just don't want to say the word dementia or seriously consider what getting older really means. This show is for you if you want to protect your mind while you still can, not wait until something forces the issue. Here's my message for you today. All of you are in the right place. What I mean by brain injury. On this show, when I say brain injury, I mean the obvious kind. An accident, a fall, a stroke, a concussion. Something happened to your physical brain and your life changed because of it. I also mean focus issues like ADHD and the mental clarity concerns that come with getting older. The kind of thing that makes you wonder whether you're looking at ordinary aging or the early edges of dementia. Maybe nobody hit their head. Nothing shows up on a scan. However, the brain is asking for something all the same. And I say you have better options than waiting for a diagnosis. Now, let's look broader still. This show also speaks to what I call thought injuries or belief injuries. Sometime in your history, something happened. Big things, small things. We all experience them, and they left beliefs. I'm not enough. I'm not safe. I always mess up. That belief got stored in your unconscious mind, and it has been running your decisions, your relationships, and your capacity to receive good things ever since. Yes, I actually was in a rollover car accident and hit my head. However, the injury that changed everything happened when I was a baby. And as far as the world could see, I was absolutely fine. Yet that shaped my entire life. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions shape the tissue of your brain. I believe that absolutely. And I've watched it be true with physical brain injuries and for focus and cognitive concerns and for belief injuries too. The origins are different and they all affect the brain and the body. It's the same nervous system that's protecting you. Here's what I've noticed, working with clients for 34 years as a licensed massage therapist and energy healing practitioner. The symptoms look different on the outside. Pain or forgetfulness, or a hand that doesn't do what the brain told it to do. Anxiety or failed relationship patterns, or stalling your business at the same point every time. Focus that won't hold and memory slips. Your body and your unconscious mind are trying to get your attention. Symptoms are not your enemy. They're messages. When you finally hear the messages and deliver what your brain and body actually need, things change. My client Nadia sat in a darkened room, wearing 2 pairs of sunglasses with the sound off, waiting to die. Her injury was physical. A chance meeting brought her my phone number and renewed hope. And today, she describes herself as being part of life again. My client Kim survived a severe car accident. In one session with me, she described her optic nerve reconnecting to her brain, and she stopped tripping over logs in her mind, the mental stumbles that had become normal since her accident. Neither of those stories started with someone believing change was possible. They started with being willing to do something new. If nothing physically happened to you, ultimately, this show is about receiving adversity's gifts. If you have not experienced physical injury, celebrate that. You may recognize yourself in the stuckness I describe, whether it's a limiting belief and repeating behavior or mental clarity worries. I want you to know you don't need a diagnosis to qualify for this work. Call me if you have a concern you want to address. I use intuitive sound healing to sense where energy is stuck and help it to move. Neurolinguistic programming to bring unconscious beliefs into conscious awareness, where you can finally do something about them. And combat brain training to rebuild what injury has affected. Wherever you're starting from, let's have a conversation. This isn't a commitment or a diagnosis. It's a chance to find out what your brain and body have been trying to tell you. Schedule a free Share Your Story call with me at shinewithsandra.com/brain story. The link is in the show notes. And if you're not ready for that yet, start with a free audio gift. Imagine what's possible at shinewithsandra.com/imagine. Your brain heals itself every day of your life. So does everything else that's been going on for you. Breathe. See you with the first regular Brain Health and Healing show. Healing can begin with understanding hope and knowing you are not alone. Make note of a gem that caught your ear and ask yourself, how can I put this to work in my life? If this resonated with you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Everything you hear on this show is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not medical advice, and it doesn't diagnose or treat any condition. Please consult your medical practitioner before making health decisions. Our original theme music is by Bradford Tilden. Thank you so much for tuning in to Brain Health and Healing. We have an audio gift for you. Imagine what's possible at shinewithsandra.com/imagine. Until next time, be yourself. I'm your host, Sandra Lee. Breathe. Imagine what's possible.